Congratulations, my demons. It's the Big Bad Devil Daddy again. Here on a Wednesday night, we just had a double shot week from last week, and here I am ready to entertain you some more. Tonight, I bring you a fellow colleague and just a great fucking human being. He is the brains behind Metal Empire Radio, and I believe it's also known as Metal Strain PR or Productions.
Yep.
And A&R for Kingside Records here with me. I got Kevin, the Smoky, Wilkin. So glad to have you on the show tonight, brother. And before we get into all this awesome shit we got for you tonight, we're going to give you a tutorial on what it takes to be behind the scenes in the music industry. All right, before we do that, real quick, we're going to cut to a quick commercial break with my brother across the seas over at Poison Valley Clothing. Check it out. Allahu Akbar. Never get tired of that track from the Human Hoof Beast. That's right. As a matter of fact, it just dropped on Poison Valley Clothing's Facebook today that the Iron Serpent line of merch is now up and available for your purchase. Don't forget that single, Aramon, dropping Friday on Spotify and all major platforms. So we got the brains behind Metal Empire Radio and Kingside Records, A&R, and owner of Metal Strain Productions. What's up, Smoky?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Living large in the Midwest.
I'm living life out in Cali right now, and it sucks. It still sucks.
Oh, man. I don't know if we're kind of restless wanderers. We love to see all of the country. It's hard to stay in one place for too long. Kyler, welcome. Glad to have you out there in the comment section. And thank you for sharing that out. And all of you should share this out right the fuck now. Whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, however you're watching us right now, share it out. All right. So real quick here, before we get started, Smoky had gotten his start in this kick-ass band. Check this shit out.
I will not cry. Can you just sit down? I have something to tell you. Do you see this guy? Stay right there, cause it's going in your side. Can you just sit still for me? Want to stab you in the eye. Shut up and die, you made life hell for me. Now revenge is mine. Shut up and die.
All right. Now, what's the name of that band? Kyle or Kai Hall? Or I'm not quite sure how to say it.
It's Chiral. So we did
Chiral.
That on purpose.
Okay. Yeah. Man, so can't count on me for shit.
We did that on purpose. So there's in the Egyptian language, Chiral means music. So
nice.
And then also, as my guitarist was a nerd of science and plants and all this other stuff, I guess there's
better.
Like a molecule that's called a chiral, and we're all made out of it. It's some boring shit, but we put a K in front of it, and it looks awesome, man. So that was the whole theme of our band. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, just wanted to share that for the people so they could get to know you, where you come from. And now, years later, here you are as the voice of Metal Empire Radio. And you do something a little bit different than I've seen any other metal radio host do. Not only do you do interviews, but you actually help these guys' Spotify numbers. Tell us how you do that.
So check this out, man. I started this app. I didn't start this app. I'll say I found this app on Facebook. It was like a little ad, and it was like, be your own radio host. And I was like, yeah, bro, awesome. It was called Station Head. So Station Head is an app that is a social radio platform. You can actually download it. Anybody can download it. It's free. Download the app. All you got to do is link up your Spotify or Apple Music to the program. Now, this is the kicker. This is the real cool thing. Now, if you get 100 people in a station and you're live, and these are all organic people listening to your track, that is 100 streams. Easy. 100% easy, because of the fact that everyone is listening as a team effort. You're not doing it by yourself. You're not listening to a freaking Spotify playlist 7 times a week. And, you're able to do this all at once and enjoy the music, enjoy everything else. And, since it's linked up to Spotify, you count as a stream. So if everyone is linked up to Spotify, one listener counts as a stream. That's 100 streams. If there's 100 listeners, boom, easy. Right?
If you're in a band out there, I hope you heard what Smoky just said. If 100 people are on his show listening in, all of their Spotify counts are linked up. That means big numbers for your Spotify. And that's one thing that I've noticed in the underground, especially in the underground. All the bands are trying to constantly get those numbers. And this is one of the best ways to do it. I think that's just incredible.
The hard thing is getting the team effort. We can all do it by ourselves. We can all stream the playlist by ourselves. It doesn't take any time to do that. But if you can actually just log in to an app that is a radio playlist, basically, just helping you stream your tracks. We even take requests. Like, I will even take a request. If you guys drop a tip or something like that and say, hey, play this, I'll play it right then and there. No sweat. If you guys do interviews, I do interviews as well. I've been there as a musician. I know how it feels to get your music out there. There's a song that you're trying to get out there, like Shut Up and Die, for instance. I wrote that song about one of my biggest fears, and at the end of the song, I overcame it. I crushed Pandora's box, and I moved on with my success, and that's basically what this is. It's if we can get a team effort and everyone hang in, there's a chat. There's some cool cats from Canada that hang out there. They what's up with Canada. Taz, KTN. We got some crazy listeners, and you ain't even got to show your face. That's it.
Yep. So those of us that I know listen to internet radio because it's by far more popular than turning on the station in your fucking vehicle, So this is just a much more intimate way to hear some really good shit that you probably didn't even know was out there.
Right.
And that's how I caught on to it, because when I got on AMG before it dissolved and everything went over to Kingside, I was seeing bands on a Wednesday doing this kick-ass interview. It's not video or anything, but it's all audio. And it's a day to celebrate your fucking stuff on Spotify and get a lot of plays out of it. So, yeah, I saw a huge difference after I did that interview with you, especially for Black Tar Superstar when I was with them.
Right.
So I'm living proof that it works, people.
Well, I mean, not only that, you guys' stuff was getting requested nonstop by the Canada.
Well, yeah,
cats.
That's true too.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys were getting the love as well, and you didn't even know it.
No, I had no clue.
That's why I do the takeover shows, and I really give them time. In my FM days, man, this is where it all started. In my FM days, it's a bitch to get your band on the radio. It really is, but I was that dude. I was in a band. I knew what to do. I had my own show. Hey, I got a great time. Right after dinner, people are ready to go party, everything, you know, and it saw such a huge difference just because you can break it down and be like, what is the song about? If you can literally break that barrier when it comes to interviewing an artist and just have them go one-on-one, sometimes they talk about stuff that you wouldn't even imagine because there's no screen, you know? So the intimacy is so awesome. Plus, you can also save your song if you like that track.
Oh
you
yeah.
can save it. You can save it into your playlist right there from the station itself. You don't have to Google nothing. You don't have to do nothing or be like,
don't even have to look for the band's name.
No, yeah, who played that? No, nothing. All you got to do is look up, see the band, press a little like, and boom, it is right there in your saved music, ready to go into a playlist wherever you want to go. I mean, this app is right there for you. The work is done. This app is done by musicians for musicians.
Hell yeah.
Like I've been with this app ever since it started. You literally had to get a beta to be a tester.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. So I mean, this app is that app that can help all artists out there. They just need to have the teamwork and the support. You can say, "Oh, I'll support you," but your numbers show when you support and when you don't support. So if you don't support, then okay, well, if your song's not being requested, then I can't play it. You know,
for sure.
So
I can remember I wasn't sure if people were, you know, interested in our band so much, and I would just come on just as a listener, and I would request my own fucking song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there's no shame in that.
No, not at all. And now what you guys get requested on a daily basis every time we go live. You know, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. And they know the story. They know the story behind all of the songs because we do the takeover shows and, you know, everything. I mean, it's an awesome little thing that I got going on, I guess, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. And I'll tell you, that's one thing that bands on the East Coast are always like talking about is how can I get played in California? Because everybody knows that, you know, California is just as big of a music mecca as, let's say, Nashville or Florida, New York. And it's like, I told everybody, I was like, you need to check out Metal Empire Radio. That would be the easiest way for people there in that state to hear your shit.
Yep.
Because let's face it, the only thing you hear when you turn on the regular FM radio is pop shit, 80s, which is okay. And
you
then
know,
classic walk out the ass.
You like butter from BTS, bro. You know you do. You can slice it. You know you like it.
I mean, I've listened to Britney Spears, but anyway.
Yeah. Me too.
I did it again.
That's it.
So Kyler out there says, I have a big fear of death. I'm going to listen to that song later.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you can find that on YouTube, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. So definitely check it out, brother. It's good. Really good. So I run into that a lot with a lot, not some of the bands I got now, but just bands I've had, you know, managed in the past, where it's like, all right, I'm promoting the fuck out of you, but you're not really trying to do anything to promote yourself. And it's like, that's that teamwork that Smoky's talking about. It's the same thing. You know, it definitely crosses all mediums.
This is what I literally lecture all the bands. It's if you have a manager, we're gonna be that car for you for only so long because there's other things in our life that are going on around. We love the music to death. We love the bands for who they are. We love them, their family. But at the end of the day, it's a business thing, and everyone's got to snap together and do this. And if you're gonna do this, put fuel in the car. Like,
Put fuel in the car because that's what it's missing. You know, you got to put fuel in the car in order to do what you need to do to get to that next town, to get to that next show, you know, or even to get to the next dispensary. Like anything, you know, like you just got to get there. You got to put gas in the car to fuel the band to get it going, because at the end of the day, if you're not getting interviews, if you're not getting you know, playlisted or anything like that, that is not your manager's fault one bit at all. It is your fault because you're running out of gas and you want everything done for free. It's not going to happen at all.
Yeah, and if for some reason you are lucky to be getting any kind of management free, you should treat that like it's the most expensive thing you've ever owned in life.
Exactly, exactly.
Even
because
if it's just, you know, doing social media stuff.
Man, half of the people that I talk to, I love everyone. You know, just in case you guys are watching, bro, I love you guys to death, but you know I hate you as well. You know, it's that level. But when it comes to a band, if you burn that bridge, you're gonna need that bridge at the end. You're
At
always
some
going to
point.
have to rebuild that bridge. So it's always good to get somebody on your side. So maybe you can say, I don't really like that person's vibe. Can you just deal with them? And then you just stay away from that person. You know,
Right.
like we were saying, you know, before this all started, that's my friend. You know, don't piss my friend off because he can fire you. So, you know, if you want to get to another show, that's it.
Absolutely. You know, and a lot of people think that success is overnight and that you can get, you know, booked on these tours and shit. Man, I manage a very high level band right now, which I'm just doing their social media stuff. October Noir out of Florida. They like are the next Typo Negative. And they told me we book our own shit. Fucking just went down the whole thing. It's possible to do that. But if you're going to have somebody do it for you, there's got to be, you know, there's a fee there, because just like you, it's a lot of hours out of the day that we could be spending just living, breathing, relaxing.
Or we could be, you know, having a dead ass end job.
Right.
That's going to take up all of our time to really want to pay attention to a band that, you know, if you're not going to put fuel in the gas tank, then I can't go anywhere.
Hell yeah. This concept has been across a lot of the interviews I've done. Anything when I had Gabe, the CEO of Kingsight, on here, said the same thing.
Yeah.
Tommy Stewart from Black Doomba Records, same thing.
Yeah.
Guys, we're here for you, but we can't lead a horse to water and make it.
Yeah, you know, and there's a lot of scammers, you know, I understand.
That's huge.
There's so many fucking snakes in this industry. It is not even funny, man. It is literally not
Only care
even
about
funny.
themselves.
But if you literally just take the time, to grow like a relationship before you even think about putting money to anything, you know, grow a relationship first with each other, you know, make sure everyone's a good fit, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure it's a good fit. You don't want to have like 3 years down the road and be like, well, fuck you, motherfucker. Remember what happened? You don't want that. You don't want that, because you want to hug it out and be like, it's okay. It's okay, you know? So you want someone that's going to be there, ride or die with you, then cool. I'm your guy, you know? But if you don't want someone that's not ride or die, then, you know, I might know someone else, you know?
Right.
They just may not be good.
Now, I already know the answer to this one, but what are your thoughts on bands that think that they can just be successful only playing in their state?
No. I've seen it. I've seen it done, and it's great to be local legends.
Right.
It really is. It's awesome. Play sold
Nothing wrong
out
with having
shows.
a hometown.
Not at all. But then if you go outside of that local area, ain't nobody know who you are at all. At all. And the grind goes. You know? I really don't like bands that just want to stay local.
Well, you can't really be at the top of your game just playing in your area. I mean, if it's your hobby, don't try to get a fucking record deal.
You're oversaturated. You're oversaturating the market. Nobody
Oh,
wants
it's
to
bad,
show up
too.
because you're always playing. You know, oh, we can catch them next time. You know, because there's always going to be a next time. You
Yep.
know, make a local show 3 months. Every 3 months, come back. Do a circle. You know, circular motion, bigger, bigger, and then come back 3 months. Do it all over again. 3 months, boom. Continue that circle. Make it bigger. That is how you do it. That is the secret. You just gotta
Yeah.
do your freaking markets. You gotta build them up no matter what. You
Yeah,
got
that's what I've
one.
told bands too. Figure out what's the nearest state to where you are, like on the borders. Find out all those borders, and then just start to kind of, like you said, make a circle around your state so that you can
Mhm.
hit all the. Well, I mean, unless you're at the fucking highest northern part, but a lot of these bands they come from, lower Midwest. I mean, Nebraska's like pretty north, and so is Iowa, but you can still hit a lot of states around your own.
Yeah.
So
Oh, oh yeah.
that's really what it takes.
Oh yeah, it's most definitely done. We have what? Well, I'm here in California, so we have SoCal, NoCal. I mean, SoCal or NoCal. No matter where you're going, those are two different states. Even though it's California, those are two different states, man. Because everyone's so different. Everyone's so different. So we have Oregon, we got Washington, we got Reno, Vegas, we got Arizona. These are all states that you can hit. You can do it. If you plan it out right, you got a job, you got a family, 48 shows a year. Mark it that way. If you're going to do 48 shows a year, then it's possible. You can have a life, you can have a job, you can do what you need to do and be a rock star.
No
You
doubt.
can do it. You know?
So many bands today, man. It's like a fucking headache. Oh, my job. Oh, I gotta, get this permission from, my wife or whatever, this or
Right.
that. And it's like, well, if you're gonna do this, I mean, you just gotta do it.
You gotta the way that I see it is, when you have a job, you don't want to go to that job, do you?
Nobody does. It's like being a fucking robot.
Right, right. But if you have your own business, you want to go to that, right? You want to make something better with that, right? So quit looking at the band thing like it's a freaking job. It's your own business. It's your brand
is.
that you're
End
trying
of the
to, market to people. This is my music. I'm trying to market my music to you. That's what it is. That's straight up what it is. It's a business. It's not a band. It's not a job. It is a brand, and that's what you're trying to market. And it's sometimes it's a bitch. It really is. I'm managing a band right now, Vessel of Honor. I love these guys, man. I love these guys. Their drummer is 12 years old, bro.
Holy
He's freaking 12 years old, and he is insane, man. They got some brand new stuff coming out very soon. I cannot wait for it, man. And, they only want to hit the festival circuit.
Ah,
It's possible, though. You can do it.
It
12
is.
shows, 12 festivals in one summer. It's possible. You can
It
do it. But you got to realize you got to put gas in that gas tank even more because those festival people are assholes. I'm going to tell everyone out
man.
there that is a musician, and sometime, point or another, you are not going to want to work that person no more because of how unprofessional they are. But you still want to play that show.
Right.
You know?
I mean, there's just, unfortunately, in some of these, they're just so bunch of hacks that try to put these things together, and it never ends up coming out the way it's supposed to. And then they blame the bands.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we can't necessarily. It's not all the promoters' fault either, because
No, takes two to tango.
Yeah, it really does. You know, we could have a really good band on here, and then the promoter be really good, and the show goes freaking fantastic, and then there's all of a sudden alcohol, and then things get thrown, and condoms get put on people's heads, and it's just it could be a mess, you know.
Sad.
And I mean, you just play nice with everybody, because at the end of the day, we're all here for one reason. And that's to get the music out there, you know.
And Spotify is a great way to do it, but unfortunately, I think a lot of bands think that on the other side of the coin, they think they got a lot of Spotify numbers, but yet they don't play out of their area at all. So it's like now you're doing yourself a disservice.
Right. So there's a lot of bands out there that do, you know, they'll pay for their streams. We know it's there. We know it's there.
We've caught a few.
Yeah.
Won't say
anything, but yeah, you know, and
that's pitiful.
It's shocking when it happens, but at when you think about
video, YouTube as well.
Numbers are really big right now, man. Numbers are really big for anybody right now. I know some radio DJs that won't even look at you unless you got 50,000 listens monthly. They won't even look at you.
Oh,
monthly.
Shit.
Yeah, monthly listeners. 50,000 monthly listeners. Now, if you can do that in the same time of what you're doing right now and trying to build everything up with your Spotify numbers and on Station Head, and you do all this other stuff once again, as soon as someone literally hits that heart button, more than likely they're going to come back, they're going to follow you, they're going to check out your stuff because they know the story behind the song, they know everything, you know. So
that's that connection, that connection between fan and band. It is so fucking important. I don't know why, but you know, the COVID era is when we were all kind of forced to do that, and a lot of us fucking came up here, and a lot of them just kind of fell to the wayside. It's like, oh, this is too much work. Really? Well, how else are you going to get your shit out there?
Man, you know,
that was a perfect time to get your, you know, numbers up, if you ask me.
Yeah, it was. It really was. There was really no excuse for it at all. And I still see people to this day trying to do it by themselves. You know, I'm going to listen to it 7 times a week, you know, blah, blah, blah. And why do that when you can do it maybe 7 times a week with you and 100 other bands that are supporting you? You know, you can say you can support everybody, but do you really? Do you really support everybody? You know, we see you if you pop in, if we're trying to do something nice, if we, you know, if we talk about your band, and you know, we're people too, you know. We just can't, you can't see my face. You can't see my face. I'm really uncensored. So if you have children, do not listen to me.
Yeah, right. And that's why we love you, man.
Yeah, that's it.
And I think this is a lot of why people think metal is dead.
It's the word metal. When you listen to metal, what do you think?
I don't know. For me, I think about all of the big bands that laid the way for right fucking now.
Right. Do you hear metal
20 years
anymore?
To a degree.
I hear emotion.
It's not as prominent though.
Yeah, I hear emotion now more than anything, and that's what metal was always started from, bro. Was emotion.
That's true.
You know,
but I don't want to say that all metal is emo, because emo is definitely emo.
Emo is definitely emo, bro. And I will say I never had a comb over, ever. Never did that.
No swoops, nothing like that. No black eyeliner, some you know, black fingernail polish.
Yeah, I did the fingernail polish. Yeah, I did.
I ain't gonna lie, I did too.
Yeah, I did orange and black, bro. That was my thing.
Halloween. Those are Halloween colors. Who can get mad at that?
And I was on stage too. That was, you know, part of the get up back then.
Yeah, but But you know what, though? You look at what, they consider, the classic outfit for somebody in emo. It's always like black vinyl pants, big boots to make you taller, and a lot of fucking black eyeliner and a shit ton of tattoos.
But look at the 80s, bro. Poison.
Oh, don't get me started on that shit. I like to forget that part of the 80s ever fucking happened. It's like, oh shit, chicks are taking over. Wait a minute, they're men.
Yeah. I thought Ricky Rocket was pretty hot until I figured out it was a dude. I was like, oh my god, bro. No way.
Oh,
no.
Motley Crue was guilty of it too. Shit. Rat.
Well, you could all see that they were dudes. There was some funky looking chicks, man. They had to be dudes.
Yeah, some of them bands, man, it was like you took a first look, and you're like, I'm not too sure, and then come to find out, and then chicks really dug that, so it started to like push the heavy shit to the side, but people like Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, kept moving forward. They never had to do that shit. They were all attitude and honest as fuck.
Well, yeah, it's all about the lyrics, bro. It's all about the vibes. You think Raining Blood? That's fucking in your face. I'm gonna punch somebody. Like,
right.
That's it. So I love Slayer. I love them.
Fuck yeah. It's a shame they're done, but Kerry King will be back.
Kerry King is coming back, and I'm so glad he's gonna be able to do something. Because I really think Tom is done, bro. Tom's done. He's up there in age, and I've seen them so many times. I've seen Slayer so many times, bro. I fell asleep the last time I watched them. I was all slayered out, dude. I passed out. And I was snoring, man. That shit woke me up. Oh, Raining Blood, woo!
Yeah, they got a way to do that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, it seems like the Metal Empire radio show has really kind of grown.
Yeah, it has.
Like on another level.
Yeah, it really has in a way. It's more of when I first started Radio Empire or Metal Empire Radio, I was like, whatever. People like it, awesome. If they don't, no sweat off my back. Then I'm not meant to do this. So
that's how I felt about doing this podcast. So.
Yeah, and then you grow bonds with the people that listen to you, because you're there to cheer them up. They're having a bad day, and you say something that makes them laugh, and or you play a song that just really hits home, and they're like, wow, I never heard this song before, and now you're a fan, and we really do try to play everything. We really don't try to play just freaking pop goes punk or anything. Like,
right.
We want to play everything that people are gonna literally listen to. Like, when you go to a metal show, they're always gonna put on some 2 Live Crew in the pit just to get people dancing.
For sure.
That's the type of vibe that we like to do. We got Music for the Pit, where we're just playing music, rotation domination. That's another thing of nonstop underground bands, and we're just there to help you get those streams. We're there, and we want to hang out. Even if you're not there to hang out, log in. That's all that counts. Log in, be there, and your profile still counts. So your streams still count. So. It's a really cool thing, man, and it's grown, and I'm amazed. I really am.
That's awesome. Well, because people are dying for a radio show that's more than just who you hear at 6 a.m. on FM radio and all the shit. It's like they talk about is fucking dumb, lame.
Yeah,
your show is fun. That's kind of the point.
Yeah, you have to make it fun. Yeah, I'm going to say something that you're not going to be used to hearing. I'm going to say, hey, smoke that joint. Hey, what the fuck is going on with that crazy ass bitch? I'm going to say these things just to wake you up and be like, whoa, this is uncensored, bro. Like, this is not a radio show I should be listening to driving by this church. You know, we're just here to have fun. That's it. You know, you hang out with people in the pit. If I'm not talking, we're still alive. There's always going to be interaction no matter where you are. And we are not from where you think we're from. We are not local. And I hear this a lot. You know, whoa, you in Phoenix area? No, bro, I'm in California, dude. Like I'm smoking a joint right now, and I'm not getting arrested. You know?
Oh shit! Are you still doing the? Are you still doing it with a sidekick or just yourself?
So right now, what we're doing is we're getting a brand new studio. I'm working on
nice.
some new stuff. We're gonna be doing some live shows. We're gonna be doing some really cool stuff, and I can't share too much, but I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the future. It's looking really good right now. So it's
Hell
gonna
yeah,
be
man! I'm
gonna
so
be
happy.
popping. Gonna be
Like I
popping.
said, I was an instant fan. Not even just being on the show. It's like anytime I needed to promote anything, you know, you were the first person I thought of. Because I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
there's no more fun show and serious fucking listeners that really dig hearing new stuff. And it's just like, you know,
Yeah, they'd
always
rather listen
listening.
to the music than listen to me talk. That's the
Fuck
cool thing. Yeah, they love listening to the music. So and then you create that bond, and then you get that fan that wants to buy your stuff out in another region, another country, another state. That person may know another person. You never know. You never know who
right.
you're
They're gonna
listening
tell 'em.
to. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just never know at all.
Awesome. All right. Before we get into the next section of the interview, I'm going to cut to a quick commercial here and check out the current band roster of Reaper's Underground Productions. Check it the fuck out. That's right. Those bands in the underground that think you got what it takes to go to the next level, check me out. Reaper's Underground Productions. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, all the socials. And honestly, there's not just one, but there are two very good for this. So check out Smoky and all his socials as well on Instagram and Facebook. All right.
Yeah, be there.
Exactly. Follow, god damn it. Don't just say
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
right. So as we were talking before, you are managing D1 for Kingside Records.
Yeah, Diversity of One, and also Vessel of Honor as well, man. I'm so stoked. I'm stoked, but there's turmoil, and there's always going to be turmoil. You know, you just got to push on through, chug it, woo woo.
Well, it seems like Diversity of One is, definitely they're making waves.
Yeah, they got a huge following down here in California, man. SoCal and fucking NorCal. No matter where they go, the party is always going. I love the hip hop metal type feel, man. That's my roots right there. Run DMC, Aerosmith. That song fucking changed my life, bro. It
Anthrax,
really did.
Public Enemy.
Yeah, Anthrax, Public Enemy. Body Count was the band.
Sure.
That before that song got banned, that song changed my life. I was like, there's more bands out there in the world that need to sound like this, and there are, and I'm so happy for it nowadays. I really am. A lot of music that's coming out, it's so been needed for a very long time. The music scene has been saturated with such a format. Now that format has been broken. Now you can listen to and sound exactly different, So, I mean, it's awesome.
That's kind of the problem, though, with a lot of labels, I think, is once they find a niche or something like that, that's when that oversaturation happens.
Yeah, but I don't like that, man. I don't like that.
Nobody does. Trust me.
I love.
And that's all you fucking hear.
That's why Metal Strain Productions. That's why I started that. The saying is Metal Strain. What strain is your metal? Because we all know weed. It's different strains. It's smooths to the highs to the lows. So it's what strain is your metal? I've got pop punk. I've got rapcore, I've got deathcore, I've got doom metal, I've got top shelf shit, I've got lower shit, like it just I've got it all, and I don't want to oversaturate the scene with so much of one band, because one band can sound like another band, but you got to watch out, because that one band might be your greatest threat within the years to come, because they can evolve into something that you guys have been trying to do. So it's hard. It's hard once you do that, because there could be another band that just goes knocks that band right out, and you're like, fuck, what happened?
Yeah, I kind of see that amongst the bands that I manage right now. There are some that are just fucking tearing walls down, going everywhere, and then there's ones that are just kind of, still caught in the local rut, but they're trying to break out. It's just got to be effort on both ends.
Right, right.
I try to keep it diversified too, because for a long time, I think people thought I was just about the doom, because that's what Black Tar was, or the band I'm in now, Iron Serpent, is actually a blackened form of doom. It's heavier. So, I was like, no, I appreciate all types of metal. That's why you got like Sensation, which is like more goth rock. Grave Next Door is pretty doomy, but Human Hoof Beast, he's a straight up black metal artist. And then Poopin' Gott from Germany, he's an industrial artist. So,
hold on, did you say poop? Did you say poop? Poopin' Gott? Poopin' Gott. That's a cool name.
All that means is doll god.
Huh.
In English.
No, it doesn't translate that good. Not
for
at
most
all.
people, it certainly doesn't. Erica, welcome. One of your favorite sensations. Good to hear that. Babylon Sun. Babylon Sun's a really, really good band. Kind of, a little bit more commercially, not just kind of stuck in the doom zone. It's very Doom, but it's fresh. It's something different. So yeah, I absolutely praise that, man, that you didn't put yourself in a box with just one genre, because like you had said before, NoCal is more heavy, extreme, and then SoCal is like a little bit easier on the ears, able to understand shit. So that's cool that you're hitting both ends of the spectrum.
You got to, man. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, because a lot of the bands aren't going to find out who these people are. You know, they're not going to take the time to want to grow that relationship. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help you. If you don't want to talk to that person, you don't have to. You're actually hiring somebody for your business to take care of all of that for you. So basically, if you want to look at us like we're a receptionist, I ain't going to get you no coffee, and you're going to listen to what I say. You know? So that's just to sum it up. Like, if you want to make it to that next level, if you're going to get signed, do it like you want to. Make it to where you're making that money. I've seen it done. I've seen it done on these independent labels where these bands get signed and they're making it, man. They're actually having revenue come back to the record label, and the label is actually paying for your next record. You know, they're giving you want. Yeah, and they don't want to take your shit. They don't want you guys to owe money. They really don't. That's why we're here. We're not here to rip you off. We're here to help you guys, because at the end of the day, it's all about the fucking music. You know?
Got it.
It really is. The music is going to speak for itself. You know, we just got to find people that are going to want that music to speak for them. And once you get into your management and you want somebody like that, that's the great way to do it. You know, look at Reaper. Look at me. You know, I mean, I never thought in a million years I'd be doing this shit again at all.
I never thought I'd be doing it at all.
Yeah, I never thought
I was just going to be the drummer forever.
No, I never thought. I never thought I'd be like, hey, you know, Smoky, you're coming back to, you know, gonna be managing and shit, because the pandemic really did kill the scene. It's oversaturated now. There's too much, you know, and there's so many promoters that can only do so much with so many people. So it's
yeah, that's another thing I think a lot of bands don't realize. They're like, oh, well, they didn't fucking pick me or whatever. It's not because they didn't want to. I think it's more or less, I can only have so many of one type of band, and we're trying to appease a broader audience to have everybody come out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Unless you're doing a straight up death fest, or, you know, it's all black metal, or then you know what to expect. But the festivals that actually stick around and do well are the ones that are diversified.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Tattoo the Earth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's so hard, man. It really is. That's all I could really say. It's difficult. Sure. It really is. There's a lot of people that do good when they do festivals, and at the end of the day, it's business. It's business, because these people are putting their time, they're putting their effort, they're going out to these people, they're talking to these people, and you don't have to talk to local businesses to see if they're going to sponsor you or not. You know, you don't have to put in the money. They're doing this, and sometimes they ask for a fee. You know, if they're asking for a fee, 9 times out of 10, that's for advertising for yourself. That's going to be meals. That's going to be campsites. That's going to be tent pull-ups and anything else, security, whatever. You know, all that stuff's going to be taken care of.
Yeah, they don't know what it goes into the show.
Yeah, and it's not cheap at all. When I was doing festivals, when I was working at the radio station, I was paying, and this was on a low budget, man. I paid about 10 G's just to have Blackstone Cherry headline this show. I mean, it was nothing, and it was a really cool thing though, because you're putting your time and your effort in, but you're gonna run into those bands like, oh, I shouldn't pay. And it's like, okay, well, what have you done? What's gonna make me go, okay? I don't know who you are.
That's true. Bands all the time ask for, how come I can't get a guarantee, a guarantee, a guarantee, a guarantee? I'm like, well, if venues nowadays, and we know a lot of them are tight asses, they just are.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you're getting the whole door and then, you know, you're splitting it with you and the rest of the bands on the bill, obviously the out-of-towner, the headliner's probably going to get a little bit more. That's just the way it is. They got a bigger draw, this or that. But a lot of them are just, you know, it's like, just because you're on an indie label doesn't mean that New Jersey knows who the fuck you are.
There's no guarantee. Like, yeah.
No.
Yeah, there's no guarantee at all.
What's your views on clubs right now?
Oh, man.
Or like what you've dealt with. You know?
I don't like them. I just don't. I don't like them because of the fact that, yeah, you get a guarantee at the door, but would you rather have a guarantee or would you rather have everything split all at the end of the night? Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to make more money than a guarantee.
Yeah,
you really
I agree with that. Because, you know, 100 plus comes through there. That's going to be more than what they could have gave you.
Exactly, because a lot of those people probably won't be there for you. But if you're taking that, not that guarantee, and you're taking whatever at the door, you're taking half or whatever, you know, 10%, fucking whatever you're taking. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be making more, especially if you can make a good impression on the fans and the listeners. The bar's going to notice, then the club's going to notice, and then that club owner knows somebody that's a little higher up with a better club.
Absolutely. You know, you got to start at the bottom before you can just waltz into, you know, St. Vitus or, you know, all the storied clubs, like you said, the Whiskey. The same thing. You want to play the Whiskey? I'll tell you right now, you're going to be paying for every show. You're going to be paying the ticket prices because you're going to have to sell tickets to pack that place. All you're doing is paying for the name. That's it. You got to show at the Whiskey. You're going to be paying $20 for a ticket. All right. So do the math. If you can pack that place, you're playing in front of the people upstairs because none of the people will get downstairs unless they really like you. And then they'll bring you back for the second time to actually make an impression. So it's tough. That's fucking facts right there.
Yeah, it's tough down there, man. It really is. We're trying to get a show at the Viper Room right now. Man, it's tough. It really is because that person knows this person, and you just got to find the right person to be like, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Right.
You know?
Exactly. I mean, those bigger places, it's always going to be like that. It's like that in fucking Nashville. You know, and that's like music fucking city, but the biggest places got to know somebody. You just do. Yep. They're not going to just take your word for it.
Nope, because if you want to guarantee, you better guarantee that you're going to pack that entire place.
Now, do you think it's beneficial, this is like for bands, because this has always been a big argument amongst the underground also. Is it more beneficial to buy out as many tickets as you personally can and then give them out for free?
I mean, if that's what you want, that's good publicity right there. It really is. Hey, but do you know that these people are going to show up, though?
Right. That's the only bad part. And that's kind of how I always looked at it, too.
Yeah, because
I've known bands to buy out as many.
Oh, yeah.
Just to make it on a bill.
Oh, yeah. And then when they play, nobody shows up except for 2 people. Yeah. I've seen it.
You better rock their fucking asses off. It don't matter if there's 2 or 10.
Exactly.
Because those 10 people may go tell 15, 20, 30 other people.
Yep. It's not
like
about
snowball effect.
It's not about how many people you're playing in front of. It's about who you're playing in front of. And you just don't know who you're playing in front of. You really don't.
Sure don't. No, especially in California. Shit, I can only imagine. I'm sure there's all types of A&R guys that don't tell anybody they're coming in. They just happen to walk in because they needed to use the bathroom and heard this band.
That's what I thought too. Check this out. That's what I thought too, bro. But there's not. There is
Really?
not as many A&Rs out here in California as you would think. At all. That, I know for a fact, dude. I know for a
Interesting.
fact. My old band, man. If we had everything. We were so fucking professional. It wasn't even funny, dude. And there was just no A&Rs that would even like we could even send anything to out here in California, unless it was a major label. That was it, dude. And that's not what we wanted. We wanted to
Right.
stay local. We wanted to stay independent. We wanted to do our own thing, you know? Not out here in California. We couldn't find anybody, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's something.
So for me to land this job, I'm fucking happy, bro. I'm like, I'm
Fuck yeah.
king. I'm king because I haven't met nobody else that has the same thing. So,
Oh, no, I can guarantee there's nobody else doing a show quite like you do.
mm-mm. I do my
Spotify
best.
guaranteed numbers, people. Babylon Sun, I know you're watching right now. You need to get with Smoky on fucking Metal Empire Radio. You get your shit on Spotify. Fucking get in there. Don't be afraid to request your own song.
Yeah,
Just to get it
don't
started.
don't be scared, man. Just tip the
Take the
station.
fucking man.
If you we are both on Android and iOS. Android doesn't work all that well, but if you have iOS, it will work perfectly fine. And just request your track. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Because if you're scared, I'll play some Celine Dion and we'll all sing along together, man. All of us.
Hell yeah. And you don't want that.
No, not at all. I
I know
ain't
I
that
would.
good. I might be good, but I ain't that good.
Probably rip my ears off at this point. Be like, here, take them, you fuck.
There it is.
Oh, man. So we're getting into the last final segment of the show. Real quick, though, I know it's shameless promotion, but I gotta do it.
Pay the bills.
This Friday, Iron Serpent, debut on Kingside Records. The single Aramon drops this Friday. I'm thinking it's probably going to be around 12. I don't know. I haven't heard the final say yet, but I know it drops that day. Check it out real quick. Yes. Don't forget, check your Spotify, check YouTube. You'll be able to find it everywhere. And I got to tell you, if you're a fan of Black Tar, you're going to really love this because it's heavier.
Nice.
It's a
I'm looking
bit
forward
heavier,
to
but you can still expect that flavor. But it's
Right.
on a different level. That's all I can say. If you're thinking it's going to be Black Tar, it's not.
it. Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait.
I'm pretty excited myself. We're just a trio.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So, all right. So, what advice do you have to some of the fans you've made tonight and fans that have tuned in, actually, that you know? And real quick before that, Babylon Sun says, can we get Smoky details because I came in late? Where can they find you, brother?
Go ahead. You guys can find me on Metal Empire Radio, Facebook, Instagram, and all my links are right there. I got all the links right there. You can check out all the bands that we got in a 13 Deadly Spins playlist that we're still looking for people. I focus on these bands. I give them takeover shows, and we follow their career. So I'll give you an hour interview, follow the career, exactly who the band is, break barriers, try to give a little bit more information about songs and everything else like that. And then, throughout the year, we'll just check in with you guys and any shows or anything else like that. And then, I got email list and videos of the week and it's all right there. So
Awesome. And what advice do you have to bands, listeners, everybody?
Live your dream. Don't be afraid. And
Smoke
just
weed every day.
have fun. Have fun. Just love it.
Hell yeah. Smoky, thank you for coming on the fucking show, brother. It's been a long time coming. Like I said, I'm just used to being on the other side, faceless.
I know, man. I know. I was like, I was telling my daughter before this, I was like, I feel weird. I've never talked to this dude in person, like face to face.
Hey, we broke a barrier right there.
I know. There it is. Now we bonded.
That's right.
Bonded.
Definitely going to have you back on anytime, especially with any updates from the bands that you manage through your production company there. And I'll be tuning in myself to your show and definitely come hang out with you and the peoples of the pit.
Oh, yeah, man. You got to start that circle pit. Start it in your room. You know, that's what it's all about, bro.
Yeah. All righty. Well, thank you all out there in the comment section. Appreciate your questions. Every time we do the show, the more questions you ask, the more information you can learn from some of these artists, actors, actresses, directors, producers, and especially people like us on the inner workings of the music industry that are not on the stage. You know what I mean? Even though I kind of moonlight both ends of it,
right.
Still. All righty. But most importantly, motherfuckers, stay heavy.
See a corpse rotting in this wasteland.